This presentation about employment law and COVID-19 addresses CERB and EI. This presentation contains general legal information for low-income residents of York Region in light of the COVID-19 pandemic. It is not intended to be used as legal advice for a specific legal problem. If you need help with a specific legal problem and you live in York Region, please contact CLCYR. This information reflects the law as of May 5th, 2020. In this video, we will address Canada Emergency Response Benefit, or CERB. Next, we will overview Employment Insurance, or EI, regular benefits, followed by EI sickness benefits, and finally, we look at other EI benefits and supports that are available from the government. The Canada Emergency Response Benefit was introduced by the Government of Canada to provide financial support to workers during the COVID-19 pandemic. If you are a worker who lost income as a result of COVID-19, you could apply for this benefit. If you are eligible, you will get a $2,000 taxable benefit for a 4-week period, up to a maximum of 16 weeks. The 4-week period for which you can receive the $2,000 taxable benefit is known as a benefit period. You can receive CERB for a maximum of 4 benefit periods, which is equivalent to 16 weeks. The 4-week benefit periods are as follows: March 15th to April 11th, April 12th to May 9th, May 10th to June 6th, June 7th to July 4th, July 5th to August 1st, August 2nd to August 29th, and August 30th to September 26th. Importantly, since the CERB is a taxable benefit, you will need to report any CERB received when you file your 2020 taxes next year. In order to be eligible for this benefit, you must not have quit your job voluntarily. You must be residing in Canada and be 15 years of age or older. You must have a valid social insurance number, or SIN. You must not have applied for or received any EI benefits or CERB payments from Service Canada for the same 4-week benefit period for which you are applying for CERB. This is to ensure that you do not receive double the benefits. You must have earned an income of at least $5,000 gross in 2019 or in the 12 months prior to the date of the CERB application. This $5,000 gross income requirement must be from employment, self-employment, or maternity or parental government benefits. You must have stopped working or will stop working due to COVID-19. The government has provided the following non-exhaustive examples. You have been terminated or laid off due to COVID-19, including temporary layoff. You are sick, quarantined, or in self-isolation due to COVID-19. You are caretaking someone who is sick with COVID-19, or you are caretaking a child or other dependents due to the closure of the caretaking facility. Additionally, you must not earn more than $1,000 gross in employment or self-employment income for 14 consecutive days or more for your first application, i.e., for the first 4-week benefit period for which you are applying. And for subsequent applications, you do not believe that your condition will change and you are not expecting any employment or self-employment income of more than $1,000 gross during the 4-week benefit period for which you are applying. Or you got at least 1 week's payment of EI regular or fishing benefits since December 29th, 2019, and you are not eligible for EI benefits anymore. Additionally, you will also be eligible for CERB if you became eligible for EI on or after March 15th, 2020. The earliest 4-week benefit period you can apply for is from March 15th, 2020 to April 11th, 2020. you have to reapply for each 4-week benefit period to confirm that you meet all the eligibility requirements we discussed earlier. You will not be automatically considered for following benefit periods. Applications for this benefit began on April 6, 2020. You can apply through CRA My Account or by telephone. The link to the online application is in the description box below. The phone numbers to apply are 1-800-959-2019 or 1-800-959-2041. Make sure you have your postal code and social insurance number before you call. CERB is to be paid within 10 days of applying through check or direct deposit. If you provide direct deposit information, you may receive payment earlier and possibly within 3 days of applying. It's also important to note that the government has not yet released information on how individuals can deal with decisions that deny them CERB. Furthermore, the government has been relying on workers' attestations with respect to eligibility and has not been independently verifying the information, such as proof of income or the reason that they are out of work. It has also not indicated what, if any, verification there will be in the future. Depending on the government's subsequent verification, it is possible that individuals who receive the benefit now may be later found to be ineligible and asked to repay the benefit. As such, please stay tuned for more information or give us a call if this happens to you. You can also call 1-833-966-2099 for CERB-related questions. If you became eligible for EI regular or sickness benefits on or after March 15, 2020, you will automatically receive CERB and not EI. This is the case even if you would receive a greater amount through EI regular or sickness benefits. After you have received the maximum entitlement under CERB, you can still apply for EI regular or sickness benefits if you are still eligible for EI. We will discuss EI regular benefits and sickness benefits in the next section of this video. Keep watching to learn more. Employment insurance regular benefits are intended to provide income replacement for workers who lost their job through no fault of their own. For example, you could be eligible if you were laid off due to a shortage of work. If you meet the eligibility criteria, you will receive 55% of your average insurable weekly earnings up to a maximum of $573 per week. If eligible, you could receive EI regular benefits for between 14 and 45 weeks. The weeks of your entitlement will be determined based on the number of hours you worked within a certain period of time and the unemployment rate in your region. In order to be eligible, your employment must have been insurable employment. One way you would know that your employment is insurable is by looking at your pay stub, which should show deductions made from your pay for EI premiums. Additionally, if you lost your work by no fault of your own, this means, for example, that you did not voluntarily or willingly quit your job. You need to have enough insurable hours during the qualifying period. The qualifying period is usually the 52 weeks preceding the start of your application for EI regular benefits. However, it could also be the time period from the beginning of your previous EI claim period to your present EI claim period, if that was more recent than 52 weeks ago. The shorter of the two possibilities will be your qualifying period. The amount of insurable hours required during the qualifying period varies by region and could be between 420 to 700 hours. You must also be without work and income for 7 consecutive days or more in the past 52 weeks before your application. You must also be ready, willing, and capable of working, and in general, you must be actively seeking employment. This means, as a common example, that you have been applying for other jobs. However, In the current climate, those on EI may be relieved of meeting this requirement. Importantly, your application could be denied if you quit your job without just cause, for example, without good cause or without a valid reason. However, if you could show that you quit for a valid reason, then you may still be entitled to receive regular benefits. Your application could also be denied if you were terminated for misconduct. However, if you could show that your employer did not have just cause or a valid reason to terminate or fire you, you may still be eligible to receive regular benefits. This is why it's important to speak to an employment lawyer if you have been terminated or denied EI. If your application does get denied, there is an option to appeal the denial by filing a reconsideration request. Employment insurance sickness benefits provide financial assistance to workers who are unable to work or are working reduced hours for medical reasons. An employee must have worked in insurable employment for at least 600 hours in the past 52 weeks or since the date of their last EI claim, whichever is more recent, in order to be eligible. You do not need to be entirely unable to work. What matters is if your weekly earnings have decreased by more than 40% for at least 1 week. In order to be eligible, a worker must be unable to work or have had their weekly earnings reduced due to medical reasons, which include illness, injury, and quarantine. There must not be any other reason that the worker is unable to work. Examples of reasons would be a worker who is sick with COVID-19 and is unable to work. Additionally, the same would be true if a worker has been required to self-quarantine and they cannot work from home. Generally, a medical certificate is required in order to apply for EI sickness benefits. However, those who've been asked to self-isolate or quarantine due to COVID-19 are not required to provide a medical certificate. A medical certificate is no longer required for EI claims beginning March 15, 2020 or later. Once you are approved, you are entitled to 55% of your average insurable earnings up to a maximum of $573 per week. You can receive benefits for as long as you remain unable to work, up to a maximum of 15 weeks. If you have applied for EI and receive a negative decision, if you disagree with the decision, you should submit a request for reconsideration within 30 days of receiving your decision. If you are still denied, then you can file an appeal to the Social Security Tribunal within 30 days of the denial of the request for reconsideration. The lawyers at our clinic may be able to help you with one or both stages depending on the circumstances. Or you can access the forums at these addresses, which are linked in the description box below the video. Similarly, if in the future you receive a decision that an overpayment has been assessed against you, then you can file a reconsideration, and if the decision is not reversed, an appeal. You can call the clinic and speak to our lawyers about your specific circumstance. There are also additional government programs and supports which may assist you. The EI Work Sharing Program provides EI benefits to eligible employees who agree to reduce their normal working hours and share the work with other employees while the employer recovers. The employer needs to be able to demonstrate that there was a decrease of at least 10% in sales or production levels related to the impact of COVID-19. More information is provided here, which is linked in the description box. The GST credit is a one-time payment of an additional $290 per person or $580 per couple and $153 per child. The Government of Canada started releasing these funds on April 9, 2020. This credit will automatically be assessed based on the 2018 tax period. Similarly, The Enhanced Canada Child Benefit will be a one-time payment of an additional amount of $300 per child in May. The credit will also be automatically assessed based on the 2018 tax period. It is suggested that you file your taxes as soon as possible, if at all possible, because it might assist in ensuring that you receive this benefit. There will be a principal and interest fee moratorium on the repayment of Canada student loans and apprenticeship loans for all individuals in the process of paying these loans from March 30th, 2020 to September 20th, 2020. Similarly, banks are organizing tools to assist people with their mortgages, including payment deferral, loan reamortization, capitalization of outstanding interest arrears, and other eligible expenses and special payment arrangements. It's advised that you speak directly to your bank about this matter. The government has also deferred the date you have to file your taxes from April 30th, 2020 to June 1st, 2020. However, the government is suggesting not to delay if you are expecting the GST credit in April. If you have any specific questions related to your employment and you live in York Region, Ontario, please contact our clinic at 905-508-5018 or check our website. We provide free legal services for low-income residents of York Region.